Back, guys. It's time to blast off here. Time to blast off here in the $22 Sunday mini million. I was 3-betting pre. He opened early. 3-bet 7/8 suited. Nice flop, flush draw. I see bet. He calls. The turn we have a double belly with a flush draw. I was just going to bet turn. If he called, excuse me, I was going to shove river. Especially after the flop, he snap called the bet. I don't think he ever snap calls with a set. So when he calls the flop with a snap, I think the best hand he can have is a 1-pair hand. Like ace, even if he's got ace king, is he going to call a turn bet and then a river shove? Like, it's pretty hard. First hand of the Sunday million. Guy 3-bets you call with ace king. You have your flop top pair. He bets flop. You call. The turn he bets. You call, and then the river he shoves. You're all in first hand with a pair. Like, and that's like pretty much the best hand he can have if I think he's only got one pair when he snaps flop. So it's like, I was just going to put him to the test. A donk, though, I think would definitely just snap, 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 not even think about it. But I mean, you can still have ace 10, king jack, queens, jacks. I felt like he had jacks or queens. It felt like he had jacks to me. Kind of snapped the flop angrily because there was an overcard, and then angrily just quickly folded turn. All in all, quite an angry person. Just having a calorie mate here. Chocolate flavor with coffee, of course. Get check raised here in the big 11. I think I'm just going to jam it. Well, I guess if we're going to lose one, that might as well be the one. Big 11 early. You hear me always complaining about losing the big pot, the key pots, winning the small ones. Well, I don't mind. It's happening the other way at the moment. I definitely going to jam here. A7 suited, M4. Bit of a no-brainer. And we get a hole. I mean, can we get a win? Not a hold. If we get called, we're going to be behind. Although I guess king queen suited or like fives might call. Maybe. I think I saw a 7. Damn it, can't even get a chop. It's all over. And the big 44, that's sad. I didn't want to start the level off like that. The break, after the last break. This is the same angry guy. We've got the full house here. I'm going to check. And if he goes all in, I'm just going to call. I think I'm going to have to call. Yeah, I might bet again against angry. Do I have a 8 angry? I think I have to check. Got an angry 9. Wow. I mean, I don't think we can fold. We have a monster. Scoop $27. Thank you for the river. Thank you for the river. I don't know what I would have done if it was a brick and he jammed us. I probably would have folded. I bet flop he called and then Tony raised small. It's a pretty nutty looking line. Bring that coupe back in, get rid of that big 11. We're still in the big 11, just short. Wow, this guy just pots turn. I think I'm going to fold. I mean, the hand that we most likely have when we check call flop is actually Jack Queen. Most statistically likely, and he's still potted it despite that being the case. So looks like he's just trying to get max value. I mean, it's a pretty bad card to bluff on. It fits pretty well with what we can have. Jack Queen, 8, 10, 9, 10, 6, 7 maybe. I don't know, 7, 10. It's just the all around it. I think we can just fold that one. I think theoretically, in theory, I think we're supposed to, like against a GTO range, it's probably supposed to call, but just his sizing and I mean, it just looked like he had it, right? I mean, it just looked like he had it. Usually when it looks like they have it, I've found they have it. That's what I've discovered. I can't believe we busted the big 44, 78 players left. I want to make a big final table. You know, relatively big. Just a final table. Any final table we make today is going to be pretty big. Not really any small stuff. I guess it's 33. We're 15 of 16. That's only 2K up top. I guess you could call that small. Wow. Actually still a few good players left. Didn't expect that. Expected a donk fest. That's the thing about Sundays though, is like even these $33 and $22 tourneys, like there's a lot of regs in there. It's actually a pretty bad day to play. Pretty close. Nah, I can't quite 3-bet that. It's pretty annoying. I don't like 3-betting these hands. At this stack depth against Lunchbox, it's pretty good, but not really with these shot stacks behind. I mean, I don't want 3-bet and have to call off with 6-8. I mean, I just feel there's just better hands we can 3-bet with. I mean, we can 3-bet with like King 10 suited, and then if they jam on us, we're happy to call off. But 6-8 suited is a bit ugly, you know, even in like an Ace 5 suited or something. I think I will see bet small here. You could just give up, but we do have a backdoor straight. Usually I'm trying to find any excuse I can to bet. Backdoor straight in that case was enough. M5 and 10 jack suited. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I think I'm okay to take this one. Especially because we are 15 of 16, you know, so it's like... I'm going to take this one as well in the double deuce with the ace 9. We've only got M2 UTG. The thing about this M5 jam UTG is, well, obviously it's profitable to be jamming there, but I don't mind it too much because a lot of the hands that call us will be like ace king and ace queen. Like ace 10, I don't think ace 10 calls. Ace jack might though. Like ace 10 off, I don't think ace 10 off normally will call an M like just slightly over 5 UTG jam. I don't think it's supposed to. Ace jack probably is, and ace 10 suited I guess probably is, but oh my god, did we just run into aces? Spade. Oh, imagine a spade there. Well, again, we cashed, but still not getting the big monies. So I was going to give away an exploit I said last part, so I'm going to show you that exploit now. It's PokerStars exploit I've discovered. Just play this hand in the 215. Got queens. This guy's flattered pre. Lucky River, he's a good player. I almost checked the flop. I mean, I don't even mind checking this board. It's so dry. Mix up what we're doing. Ah, damn, I was hoping it would fold around. Okay, so here's the exploit. Open up PokerStars lobby. Select the deal jackpot. Play now, one game. Make a full house. Now that is the exploit. $5? That is the exploit. That is how you do it. Then close game. And that's it, you win. That is 2025. I know what you're thinking. Ace is up. That's not a very good exploit. That's what you're thinking, right? But here's the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of this exploit. You play one game, and it costs you, what, like 7 cents or something? Is the minimum? I don't know. But then, you don't play again for the next 24 hours, right? After 24 hours, you play again. That's another 7 cents. That's 14 cents you're up to. Now, after that, you don't play for another 24 hours, and then you play again for another 7 cents. So at the end of the week, it's cost you like 49 cents to play 7 times, right? Now, the jackpot goes off more than one a week. And when the jackpot goes off, it goes off more than once a week. And when it goes off, you get on average, I think the average is like $1.10 you get. So you actually double your money by just playing once every 24 hours. The ROI is actually like 200%. And I'm not even joking. That is an exploit. I just play once every 24 hours like I just did, although this time I actually won $5, which is even better. And then after that, I don't play again for the next 24 hours, but then I do play again. And the jackpot, I just keep winning the jackpot. Every few days it says, congratulations, you've won the jackpot, $1.10 or 80 cents or $2. Like, I say, okay, thanks. I'll take a free 50 cents this week. I'll buy something, I'll buy a lollipop with it. Why not? I like exploits. And I like ace jack off against this guy's opening range too, or her opening range. Man, she is Russian. Hottie. Looking good, babe. She could be strong though. She's opened into like pretty short stacks, but what you gonna do when they come for you? Ace jack. Oh my god, she's got ace 10. Oh, she folds, damn. Let me check this. Hang on. Oh my god, ace king. I'll take it. And I guess we're betting here since we 3-bet pre. We do have a spade in our hand. Are we near the money? Oh, we are near the money. I'm going to open this. Oh my god, it comes a spade. Do we want to barrel or take a freebie? It's kind of a close one, isn't it? I mean, you could have like, he's in the big blind, so he could have 5-6, 6-7 or 5-7 or something. I think, excuse me. I think I'm going to barrel it. If he had have called, river was Black Betty. Amber Lamb. I was going to just jam it. But I mean, we could have made a flush if it was a Black Queen. If it was actually Black Betty, we could have made a flush. But either way, I was just going to jam a Lambert. Black Betty had a child, Bambalam. That thing gone wild, Bambalam. I think this guy's just checked over. after limping, after min raising pre. I think I'm just going to bet that much. Ah! No! I tried to call! No! Oh my god, he's jammed us. That's so sick. I think I'm just going to fold because I don't think he's doing it with anything worse. Oh my god, I can't look. I can't even look. I tried to call. Oh, thank god he's raised. I would have folded. Thank god. I can't even better look at the turn. I don't want to see it. We had a up and down draw. I wonder if we were in the hand, if he still raises. I'd like to think that he would. Can we fold this? I feel like his check snap jammed us. What is this, a 30? Oh, it's a $12. Could just be being a massive fish, I guess. Could just have a 4, like king 4, 5, 7, 7, 8. He might just have like ace, he might just have like king, queen of like spades, I guess, and just think, no, you've got nothing, I'm jamming. He did it so quick though. You could have a better 6. We're pretty short though, right? 12. Yeah, I think I'm just going to call. King 4, what a champ. Boss style. Oh my god. What a boss. What a boss. Let's give him a trophy. I don't think I want to rebuy. It's a $12 tournament and we're going to be coming in pretty short. Need to focus on these big boys. Especially since I just... Oh my god, queens, come on. Yes! Big 55 here. I just called the flop and now I'm going to bet. Don't think he's calling, but you never know. I mean, we do have all the 6s in our range, so it's pretty believable that we have a 6. At least I think it is. I would believe myself had I had a 6 myself if I was in his shoes. I actually have jack high, but could be a 6. I would fool myself into thinking I had a 6 there. And here we actually do have another 6. It's probably going to be enough. Get us over the line. I think I will block bet the turn when everyone checks. If I can get a bet out. Oh, thank you. It's hard to get bets out sometimes. When a new table pops up, like the focus switches, and it annoys me. Because I'm trying to do some betting over here, please, with second best pair. Meanwhile, this 44 progressive PKO just popped up. And it's a pretty sexy looking table too. Pretty sexy looking table. I think I will 3-bet Busto soon here. This 9 off seems pretty standard. Oh my god, we have a set in the mini milli? I think I'm going to bet really large because it's multi-way and this crazy heavy board. I'm going to size up a bit. Pocket deuces and it's UTG. It's been pretty tight. I'm going to fold. I think that's pretty close. I mean, the problem is these guys are short, so they could jam. And I mean, there's decent speculative odds there. There's like 15-1, so it's about right. But he's a reg and he's UTG, so he might not be making a lot of mistakes. All right. Well, as long as he doesn't have 6-8, we're laughing. I might. Oh, I was gonna open the king 9 suited. Just because. Well, this guy just rips it. I guess we have to fold. Just because they're big fishes in the big blind, so Look at jacks here. This is really deep to get it in, but honestly, I think I might just get it in. It's really deep for it, like crazy deep, but like this guy's a fish and he's like, I mean, he's a minus 23% ROI, like he's basically doing everything wrong that he can. I mean, you could almost shove every hand you get dealt and still have a better ROI than minus 23%. I mean, you'd probably have to actually still cash some stuff and maybe even final table the odd tournament where you just run ridiculously hot and just win everything. Especially if you jam, think about it, if you jam every single hand, like players are just going to start calling you with like, you know, King 10 suited and like Ace 7 and stuff. It's like you actually get their ranges so wide that a lot of the time you're actually probably like almost in a flip. You've got like 3-4 suited against like Ace 8 or something, Ace 8 off. So guys, I just go back to the, I'm just going to fold now, I think. Fold the flop. Kind of ugly. Kind of ugly with all those spades out there. Still working on this calorie, mate. It was just the chair, by the way. It wasn't me depurifying the air. I'm curious to see what Passagno has here. He's just 3-bet Ace Queen. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, he runs good. Speaking of running good, it's quite a good hand here. It's the 4th nuts. Is it the 4th nuts? Yeah, I think it's the 4th nuts. And Queen King. Oh my god, he snapped it. I should have gone bigger. Cut a 7. I could have gone larger, I think. Because Queen King of spades, Queen King of hearts would be the nuts, and then Queen 7 would be Queen 8. Jack 8. I mean Jack 7. Jack 7. Jack 7 of hearts would be the second nuts, and then 6-7 of hearts would be the third nuts. So we actually have the 4th nuts, I think. Five's all in. Show us Ace King, please. Is it still bubble here? Yeah, it's a bubble. I'm going to raise. Damn it. Damn it. Oh my god, rice stud. Oh, it's final table now. Final table. That's a... I mean, I'm just confused by this raise. It looks like the nuts, but it's rice stud. He's a maniac. It just looks so nutty when he's small 3-bets there, but maybe that's his plan. I will see bet here. There's a small chance of a barrel. Oh my god. We have triple 4s. And it's bubble. Imagine he has a set of deuces. Oh my god. In the bubble, that would make me puke everywhere. I apologize. If he's got pocket deuces, I apologize ahead of time. Because, oh, well, actually, we'd still have chips. So he wouldn't necessarily bubble. I was going to jam, obviously. I hope that he's just got ace queen. It looks like he's got ace queen. Ace king. Unlucky, sir. You should 3-bet pre. The king 4 will get you. Nice try, though. Good game. GG and all that. Sometimes when you think that you're... sometimes when you think that you're lowering the variance by just calling, sometimes you're actually not really lowering it that much, because if the board comes ace of king high, he ain't folding, and sometimes he's going to lose, like he did. I mean, obviously he was unlucky, but I mean, happens. It's not the first time. Oh, I should have called. I tried to call. Time bank went out. I had a gut search against the fish. I mean, I didn't like the fact there was diamonds there, though, I must admit. Like, occasionally, you know, like we turn a monster and we turn the, like, turn it straight and he makes a flush or something tragic like that. But against the maniac, I should be calling, because, like, it's only 4k, and if we happen to turn one of our 4 outs and make a straight, and he's got a top pair, like we saw what he did with top pair before. Like, he flopped top pair and just raised, like, UTGC bet with, like, ace 6 on, like, ace queen 9 or something. He just went absolutely bananas with his top pair. I think I'll call here with 8-10 suited. Oh my god. Is that real? Is that a real flop? Like make-believe. Alright, well, I'm just gonna obviously bet here and just push equity. I mean, he could occasionally be controlling with big pairs, but most of the time I think he's... Wow. Okay. Well, now it gets interesting, doesn't it? Once he check calls, he's kind of saying he has a big pair. And, I mean, I just think this hand is too good to turn into a bluff. I mean, we could bet again, but I think on that card I'm going to just check, because he will have ace-king a little bit. It's pretty annoying the way the hand's gone down, though. Well, we'll just take it to showdown. But I just think he's going to have, like... I hope he doesn't show me, like, jack-8. That would make me puke. He could have, like, ace-7 and just a 3-bet really light pre, but it feels like he's got, like, jacks and he got scared, or maybe he has got ace-king. Oh my god. That could have been disastrous if I decided to go crazy barreling. Why couldn't they put the little diamond down somewhere? Just a little diamond. It's a little weenie diamond. Excuse me. I'm going to fold the jack-7 here just because it's a 2.5x against, well, arguably the best player online. It's the final table. More than that, though, it's a final table. So there's actually a lot of ICM in this spot. And so I think it's very borderline. I'm going to fold it, because I don't think we're going to realize our equity enough with that jack-7 off. Even though we're getting great pot odds, I'm just not sure we're going to realize our equity enough, because particularly Pasagno is, like, great at putting pressure on, you know? So if the board comes like queen jack 5, you know, we check call, and it's just going to be barreling and just messing with us, like, so often. This guy's been really tight, but I'm going to jam anyway. Just because, well, I mean, we have to, really. Have to. He just folds. I mean, he's going to fold a lot. This looks like he's just trying to put pressure on the blinds in the bubble, but in that with a bubble factor. I see him final table, but at the same time, I mean, he's been pretty solid, that guy. Only 100 hands history on him, but he's been pretty solid. It's our friend Cactus26 Russia. Hello, my friend. This guy and I tangle a lot like it's a tango. I guess I'm gonna call. I wouldn't hate 3-betting though. Problem is, like, I just don't trust him to fold to me because he thinks I'm a maniac. Occasionally, like, all I have to do is like 3-bet him once, you know, and show up with like 5-9 suited, and people just think you're a maniac after that. You know what I mean? They have a note: 3-bet 5-9 suited from cutoff when you open mid, you know, and then 3-bet queen 5 suited from small blind when I opened like hijack. Like, they see it, and then that's it. You're just a maniac from then on. Which is a great image to take advantage of. I think guys like Bossum Titch, who we played with before, and this guy, and Passagno as well, I think they think that I'm a maniac, even though I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. I'm going to call here, obviously. We've got a gutser and backdoor flush. And we can probably bet river if he checks turn. If we want to turn our hand into a bluff. I'm not sure we really want to now. I'm going to check, see what he does. He snap checks back. It seems like he's probably done with the hand, you know, like he's like, all right, you've probably got a jack X or a 6. I'm just gonna give up. So I think we have too much showdown to turn our hand into a bluff, but it does leave me asking the question, like, what hand would we want to bluff here? Because it kind of feels like everything we can have has showdown. You know what I mean? Actually, one of the worst hands we can have. I actually don't mind check jamming it. I think I'm gonna squeeze here, eh? Guys have been pretty loose. I kind of want to just jam this. This is like the weakest hand we get to showdown with, but maybe he thinks we just have ace high. He snap checked the turn, and now he bets like close to pot. Just doesn't make any sense. This does not make any sense. What can he have though? I just cannot see him just bluffing in this spot though. Unless he just thinks I have ace high. He might just think I have ace high. Maybe he's hit the 8. Or maybe he's just got jack 9. I think I'm just going to fold. I don't think he's folding to me like anything that's... Like if he's value betting thinly with like ace 6, I don't know if he's going to fold to a jam. I think he's just going to call, to be honest. Because it's me. I think he's like aces up, whatever, I'm calling. I'm not folding a pair once I value bet. Just didn't make a lot of sense, his bet on the river. But I could see him snap checking like jack 9 suited and then going for max value river. Or having like 8-9 or ace-8 and rivering the 8 and just bombing it. Because he can be pretty confident on the river that we don't have a... He can be pretty confident on the river that we don't have a jack. Although occasionally I would check a jack. Especially my worst jacks. Just to give him room to... give him a little bit of room to bluff and protect our river checking range. If it's a thin one. I noticed I didn't see bet there with the king queen. It was just a really bad board, and we've got a stack size where if we see bet, Passagno can get good leverage against us with a check raise. And he is, well, he is a very, I would say, prone to check raising. Although, the stats would make a liar of me, but I must admit I haven't played with him tons since I've got this new hard. I used to have tons and tons of hands on him. Actually, it's not so much I think that he even check raises, it's more that he just like continues a lot. And when you got king queen on like, what was it? Like 5, 6, 9 or whatever. It's a pretty precarious place to be on the final table with a vulnerable stack M10. Any bet at all is going to put pressure on you, or any raise, so. That being the case, I decided to take the free one on the flop. Hopefully hit an ace. You know, we can represent, or a king or a queen, obviously. But that didn't happen. I think I'm going to raise 3,600 here. I'm just going to size up a little bit. Mostly just because we've got the fish in the big blind. Don't think he's folding his big blind very often. I think I might just barrel off here, to be honest. Man, is there always an ace or is it just me? Just me, isn't it? Come on, man, really? Really? We don't even have a club, that's the depressing part. We are all in the 215 Inferno with the Ace King. Come on! Against Ace King, hold! Oh my god, no, please. Please. Oh yes. I think I'm just gonna fold, to be honest. It's a bit sick, but like it's a bit sick, but like I don't know. The guy's called versus UTG and then just decides he's gonna, you know, donk the flop into like into two players. I don't know. I mean, what does he do it with? 9-10, where he's got like second best pair and thinks he needs to protect it? It's not impossible, but like we're never gonna get any value in the hand unless we hit a king, which is pretty unlikely, right? So it's like we're never gonna get value, and we're always gonna be wondering if he's crushing us if we only have two outs. Could have a flush draw and get there as well. It's like just such a tricky, shitty spot. I just decided to release the hounds. I think I just jammed the queen nine here at folds this. Just put ICM pressure on them 5.5 stack. Seems pretty standard. Having said that, I mean he's I'm not sure that guy's actually good. I recognize the name. I think he's okay, but kind of fishy. So I mean he might snap too wide, which is hurts us. But at the same time we got queen nine. Like it's just way too strong to do anything else really. I mean, we definitely don't want to just like raise 2.5 and then have him jam on us and fold. Like that would be pretty gross, I think, with a hand that strong. I think I'm just gonna get the suited ace in here. So he calls. Oh, I thought the stacks. I thought the This is actually kind of ugly, isn't it? I miscalculated things badly. Really badly. Ah, man. I botched this hand bad. Really bad. I messed this hand up. This hand is ugly. I think, though, it might have saved me because I think he actually has a hand like Jack Queen, and I don't think he's folding, to be honest. Kind of want to shove, but I mean, I just don't think he's folding. I hope he doesn't have like King Nine of Hearts. That would be really gross. If he bets now, that would be so. Oh my god, so sick. This is really sick. I mean, looks like he's got like 4-5 or like a heart draw. So disgusting. That is so gross. Show me, show me, show me. Come on, come on, come on. Maybe I save money. I don't know. It's just so sick when he. So sick when he shoves the river after just calling. Just doesn't really make much sense. Well, we rivered an ace. I guess we want to bet it. He just folded. Which, I mean, I expect him to do most of the time, but... I'll get out of town. I should have bet the turn. I checked without thinking about things. I think we have to call. He's representing like purely... we do block the nuts, but he's kind of representing a 4. 4 and a 4 only. This is really sick. We might just have ace high and float or clubs. I should have bet the turn. That was bad. I was too busy on the other table. Trying to think about what to do. Just bet the turn. That was bad play. Really bad play. Kind of a good and bad card. 8, 9, we get there. That's beautiful. We get beauty. Really frustrated with myself now after making that bad play. I should just bet the turn. I mean, it's such an easy turn bet. I mean, we block the nuts. The 10 is basically a blank unless he's got ace 10. Like, just such a good spot to bet and protect our hand. He could have a small pair, you know, we can get value from, like ace 3. Could have a flush draw we get to protect against. We fold out all these like king, jack, crappy hands that have equity against us. And if you check raises, I don't think it's going to happen very often, but if that happens, then we just deal with it. But it's a very easy turn bet. I just show the hand again so you know what I'm talking about. And it's just annoying that he got there, you know. If he had a miss, I wouldn't even be thinking about right now. I'd just be saying, oh, I probably should have bet the turn there, guys, but I got distracted. But now because he happens to get there, it's like extra frustrating. This is just like such an easy turn bet. I mean, we just need to protect our hand. Just so often it's the best hand. Got like 6-8, ace 3, king deuce, 4x, clubs, ace like king jack high with a backdoor flush. Like, he's in the big blind. He can have all sorts of shit. That was a costly. That was a 9,000. That was more than that because he got 9,000. It was like a 15k mistake. Getting pretty close to the bubble of the warm up. That's pretty bad. Do not do that. Stay focused. Even when there's shit happening on other tables, stay focused. I know it's hard when you're multi-tabling. You think I'd be used to it by now, but tie. Ace King obviously going to be a pretty easy jam here. This guy's been like really tight so far, but let's see what he does. I don't really think there's any point to 3-betting here, unless you want to exploitively like just 3-bet nutty hands. Because I mean he's been tight, so I'm not 3-betting him as a bluff, you know. And there's not really that much point 3-betting Ace King. I mean, you only flop a pair 30% of the time. The rest of the time you're like in this like SPR Nightmare 2 spot on a final table, out of position against a tight guy on Queen 9-5 with 2 hearts. Sitting there thinking, oh my god, why did I not jam this pre-flop? I'm just punishing myself. It's a pretty close one here. I'm going to fold it. He's been actually a bit loose now in late position. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, M10. I could kind of go either way with it. I think it's close. If it was suited, I would just jam it. If it was King Jack or King Queen, I would obviously jam it. I would jam suited aces there as well. Still upset with myself. Still very upset with my costly mistake. Cannot afford to make mistakes like that in the warm-up. It's a $120,000 mistake. Not really. It's probably only it's only probably a small mistake from a monetary point of view, but at the same time, annoying. Pretty annoying. I think we probably have to I think we probably have to check here. Just because we really want to try and get the bounty, you know. I think he has spades. I think you have spades, sir. Oh my god, I think you have a 10. Give me those chippies. Give me all your chippies. He had the ace anyway, so much to do about nothing. But, you know, just in case he has like king jack and turns a jack or something like that. Although, I mean, I thought he would jam the sort of hand he had pre-flop, but not quite sure why he didn't. I mean, we're going to 3-bet him pretty wide for the bounty. He's got ace 9 suited, M9-ish, blind versus blind, like, seems like a pretty easy get in. Especially when you compare getting it in to like calling out of position with it. It's a bit of a tragedy. It's called this time with the Jack Queen suited. We've got Ace King. The question is, will the poker gods punishing me for playing poor poker? Or will they let me get out of jail with a double up? Or will they punish me? What will they do? Let's find out. They might say, I'm sorry, ace is up, but you're not playing very well. We're going to have to take all your chips away from you. Or they might be like, look, ace is up, we'll give you another chance here. Have some chips. We are forgiving folk after all. I think I'm just getting this in, to be honest. Like, the SPR is pretty tiny now. He just folds, he snap folds. We have 5 high. Well, king 6 here. I think I'm going to check here. Oh my god, we just turned a full house. It's huge. Now we can try and value bet. That's awesome. That's fun. Oh my god, he's got like 7s or something. 6s. I think he's got 5s. We got 5. He must have 6s. 6s. Ah, you got value bet. You got value bet. Oh yes you did. Oh yes you did. Just sort of pot controlled / tried to induce with the king 6 there. King 10 for like whatever it was, board very dry against the wide range. You know, he's defended from the big, so I think it's a pretty good candidate to put in a checking range with some weak kings. I don't think betting it would be terrible. I mean, we could get some value from some ace highs, some 10x, and maybe some straight draws and gut shots and stuff, but I don't mind either way. I think checking is fine as well. Open with the king 10 suited here, UTG. I think this is the minimum of my opening range, pretty much spot on the minimum. I guess maybe queen 10 10 jack suited actually I might open as well, but I'd be pretty careful. All in with queens here, it looks like. Wow. I don't know too much about this guy, but like when he flats us here. Cool. I'm just going to check, to be honest. Let me think about it. What does he have? I guess a lot of the time, like, he's got like eights and not like sevens or eights and stuff. He could have king queen, but ace king probably goes pre, so I think I will bet. It's probably a little bit disastrous to give off a free card, I guess. I didn't even notice the big blind was in. That's how alert I am. Wow, this is pretty sick. I don't really see any way we can get away from this hand. Do not see how we can get away from this hand. I mean, oh my god, he just donked into us. This is disgusting, man. Might actually be able to fold now. Might actually be able to fold. I think we might actually be able to fold. This is pretty sick. The only hand we beat that I think does this is like Jack 9 of diamonds or something. I think I'm just going to fold. It's a pretty sick fold. I don't know. I mean, if this guy's a fish, man, this is abusing. I see him abusing. I mean, I just think I'm going to fold. It's a pretty sick fold, but like, still got the other guy behind, and he's bet a really weird size where it's like, almost like he's got like a set of like sixes, but he's like, doesn't want it to check through on the turn because there's so many straight and flush draw possibilities. I mean, king jack as well, obviously. Oh, they both fuck us in the ass. How's that? They both do it to us. They both get us with the king jack. Like, they both decide to have a little. I mean, king jack from. I guess it's not too bad. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. I don't know. I mean, big blind played it good. I'm just a little bit. I'm just confused by the guy calling against a short stack UTG open with king jack from mid. I just don't really see how that's going to be a winning play, to be honest. I mean, you've got guys behind that can raise, and against our range, like he's doing pretty bad. Our range is like sixes or sevens plus, and like 10 jack suited plus. Like, we're pretty short as well, so it's not really like there's any implied odds to speak of. I don't know. I mean, we can just have ace king, ace jack, king queen. I mean, it's true. I do probably open 10 jack and jack queen suited and king 10 suited. So he does beat some over combos, but it's not very many combos. It's only the suited combos, and it's only like 9 or 12 combos of the tons of hands we can have. So yeah, I just don't think it's going to be a good play, to be honest. I think king queen suited probably is a call, but I mean, especially against our stack size. I mean, it's going to be. He's just, yeah, I don't know. He's going to be crushed a lot. What does he do when he miss? I mean, he's going to miss a lot, and then we're going to be c-betting a lot, and seems a bit ugly. But you know, I've got him marked in red, which is my sort of fishy color. So I think I will value now with the kings, just because there's a queen and a jack there. So we might have like jack 9. Oh my god, he does have the ace. That's pretty sick. Played that one pretty patiently. Well, I mean, that could have been worse, I guess. Somehow could have been worse. Break time, guys. I'm going to take this. I'm going to run to the toilet. Run to the washroom. I'm going to be sophisticated. Come on, somebody bet. I'm just going to click fold any. That's it, guys. I'll be right back. See you soon. There's been aces up for poker nerve. Things are here.